Hi, I'm Petty Officer Second Class Rodriguez.
I'm Petty Officer Second Class Hornberger.
Hi, I'm Petty Officer Finstad.
Hi, my name is Senior Chief Mark Torres, and V1's watching Ike On.
And you're watching Ike On.
And you're watching Ike On.
What's happening, Ike? As always, I'm your host, Petty Officer Michael Gendron, and welcome to another edition of Ike On. When did it get so cold? You know, the thing about getting used to the temperature in the Arabian Gulf, and then leaving the Arabian Gulf, especially in wintertime, it makes everything else feel absolutely freezing. This is not picnic weather to me. So anyway, here's Casey at a picnic. A steel beach picnic.
Thanks, Michael. We're here with PO3 Workman. With deployment coming to an end, what are you most looking forward to when we get back home?
I'm most looking forward to going home to the mountains and having some home-cooked southern meals with my family.
I'm going to buy a car, and I'm going to eat a lot of good cheeseburgers.
Well, Case, I'm glad you asked that question. Honestly, I'm just looking forward to getting back home, seeing the family, spending some time with my fiance, and
see my family, and I want Chipotle really bad, so I'll eat a lot of
food, real food.
Mostly looking forward to spending time with my wife and my kids, mostly with my daughter. I haven't seen her in a while.
I'm looking forward to driving my car. It's been about 6 months, so...
Just looking forward to seeing my family, going back to Chicago, back to the land, South Side, shout out.
I'm most looking forward to just laying down and doing nothing and just relaxing and being with my family and my friends.
Just hang out with the family, hang out with the girlfriend, and relax. Take some time off work.
So we're at a still beach right now. What are you doing to relax?
Well, I'm not at work, so that's always a start.
We just came up from the hangar bay, playing a little football. 2 TDs, I threw them to him, of course. I'm like Brady out here, I just don't look as good.
Well, as you can see behind us, serving some wonderful food. I just took some time and I spent an hour and a half serving food to people, having some fun, Chili and beans, that's where it's at.
I was listening to some people sing. They were pretty good. I was playing some football earlier. I wasn't doing that great.
I'm not doing any events, but I will be enjoying the Strength Fest and supporting a lot of my shipmates who've signed up to do it.
Thank you. Is there anything you would like to say to your folks back home?
I love you and I miss you and I can't wait to see you. And, yeah, it's almost over.
I miss you guys and see you soon.
I miss you guys and I'm coming home. Love you.
All right. Thank you. Back to you, Michael.
Well, thank you, Casey. And as we near the end of deployment, it's important we don't become complacent. We have to continue to practice like we play. So that's why we keep doing GQs, and we do them the real way. All bundled up, nice and warm, in complete firefighting gear with a warm jacket and mask. I'm there.
When it comes down to general quarters, it's like the application. So you get the training from us. So we give you all the knowledge, all the information, all the parameters. We lay out the equipment for you so you can play with it, so you know exactly what it is that we're talking about when we are giving you the training. So when we run the drills, now it's time for you to actually apply the information that we have, the knowledge that we have given you to a particular scenario. We want to make sure that the drills are as realistic as possible. And we want to make sure that everyone is engaged at all times. So we take a couple of hits, and the investigators have to go out, they find the damage, and now particular teams have to go out and combat these casualties. It's all about repetition, right? It's all about muscle memory. We do our best to try to stress the crew so when a real life thing happens, it's like second nature. Because that's not the time to panic, right? So if you already know what to do when something happens, then all you're going to do is execute, right? And you're going to take care of the casualty like it's nothing, because you have been practicing over and over and over to take care of different situations that may come up. And that's the purpose of it, right? Because we want to make sure that all 10 fingers and 10 toes make it back to home port safely, because all we have is each other when we leave home port. There is no fire department that's going to come to the brow and ask for permission to come on board to take care of a fire if we have that casualty to happen. It is simply us.
Hey, this is Stephen Cardenas. Just want to give a shout out to my family in Texas, mom, dad, sisters, brother-in-laws, nieces and nephews. I miss you all a lot. Can't wait to go back home. Love you.
Hi, I'm Chief Trotman on board USS Eisenhower. I want to give a shout out to my wife, Joy, my son JD, my son Chase, and Jaden.
Hi, my name is Lieutenant Eric Hall. I would just like to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to my family back home. And I would like to say thank you for all the support that you've given me and you've given us while we've been out here. Thank you for your prayers and support. And I would also like to say thank you to my entire Carrier Air Wing 3 family.
Oh, hey everybody, it's me, Bert Dennings, founder and CEO of BeMyMentor.com. At BeMyMentor.com, we've got all sorts of mentors. We've got happy, approachable mentors. We've got mustached mentors. We've got cool guy mentors. And if it's more your speed, we've even got tough, angry mentors. We'll hook you up with the perfect mentor. Believe me, Bert Denning knows he's not just the founder and CEO, he's also a client.
Hey, welcome back everybody. So, right now we're going to have a little change of pace, and I'm going to ask the great and powerful Ike a question. So, oh great and powerful Ike, how can I keep warmer on the ship?
I am the great and powerful Ike. Well, Gendron, have you tried more mittens? Next question.
Great, powerful Ike. How long has Ike On been around?
Well, shipmate, I think the boys at Ike On have been running it since the 1970s. Roll tape!
Good evening, Ike. As always, I'm your host, Petty Officer Michael Gendron, and welcome to Ike On. So I just saw the greatest movie that's ever existed. It's called Star Wars. It stars these ragtag group of rebels who all work together to defeat the Empire. And the crew kind of reminds me of everyone here on Ike On. You have the handsome rogue, Han Solo, who naturally reminds me of myself. The young stoic hero who saves the day, Luke Skywalker, who also sort of reminds me of myself. And then there were like these couple helper robots who remind me of the rest of the people on Ike On. But that's besides the point. So like everyone worked together. There was this one scene where they were in this dark, moody cantina and like all this stuff was happening. And it sort of reminds me of nights here on Ike where everyone's in the hangar bay just trying, all working together and making this one thing happen. Why don't you take a look?
Hi, I'm Chief Martin, and this is Nightlife in the hangar bay. What's going down tomorrow? RAS. And what we do is just get everything set up. Which is going to be kind of hectic. A lot of shuffling, a lot of moving, a lot of L runs, a lot of respotting. With the RAS coming, we're just getting all the aircraft out of the bay, making it easier for transit routes for the supplies. A lot of my blue shirts, a lot of my yellow shirts. We'll conduct a whole bunch of respots throughout the whole bay. They will take the spotting dolly, hook it up, then we'll have a plane captain, which is inside the cockpit, tell them the whole break. Then we'll tell our blue shirts to go ahead and break it down. Daytime, you have sunlight. Nighttime, we have spark light. Daytime, you have a whole bunch of people walking around through the base. Nighttime, we don't. Putting it on the elevator, you have to maneuver around other aircraft and other gear out there in the hangar bay. Makes it kind of tedious, but we make it happen. Nightlife in the hangar bay. Everybody said, let's make some money. That's what we do. We make money at night.
Night crew sure puts in a lot of effort to make sure that we are ready to perform. Murray, if you don't get that mic out of frame, I'm going to destroy you like Luke Skywalker destroyed the Death Star. You hear me? Anyway, Night crew puts in a lot of effort for us to do the RAS, so let's cut the jibba jabba and let's see the RAS.
today. Back to you in the studio, Petty Officer Gendron.
Oh, that was such a fun trip down memory lane. We were so young back then. Anyway, here's the XO with today's XO review.
OBSEC still applies. Yes, it's still a thing. So when you're talking to your families, leave the dates out. I'm sure you told them when the return to home port date was the day before we got underway, and that still applies. No need to update it. The captain will do that for you. There are people who are watching your Facebook, your social media pages, and they can gain that information and use it against us. So let's all do the right thing. Don't talk about when we're coming home. Don't talk about when we're going into port. Tell your families not to talk about those things as well. Remember, loose lips sink ships. It applied 70 years ago, and it applies today. Back to you, Petty Officer Gendron.
Well, thank you, sir. And Ike, that's about all the time we have left for today. As always, I'm your host, Petty Officer Michael Gendron, signing out.
Well, for today, it's a bittersweet day for me. I definitely don't want to leave. We've flown over 1,800 sorties in Iraq and Syria. We've dropped 1,100 weapons in and around Iraq and Syria. Some tremendous successes over the course of this deployment. I mean, I don't think you could be in a position like this where you're, leading an air wing and leading aviators without executing the full spectrum of operations to include combat operations. The fact that this could be my last, carrier arrested landing. Well, I guess I didn't look at it in those terms. It was like any other landing as far as I was concerned. I love this business, and anytime I get to go flying, anytime I get to come land on an aircraft carrier is a good day. I couldn't be prouder of the team, and I'm certainly grateful for their service and their sacrifice over the course of my 3 years here, and certainly during my 18 months as their commander. We've gone through a lot through workups, through the pre-deployment process, and then on this combat deployment. Throughout this whole tour, certainly pride comes to mind. The Air Wing has done extremely well, and again, extremely proud of their accomplishments both in Iraq and Syria and in support of the maritime security operations in the 5th Fleet area responsibility. Getting to the opportunity day in, day out to lead the men and women of Carrier Air Wing 3, that's been a professional highlight of my career and of my life, and I will never ever forget this tour.